3D signatures has a new technology which is completely unique in the industry because they look at chromosomes and they have, a morphological as well as, a biochemical, information, which makes it a very precise diagnostic information.
Cancer is the second leading cause of death for seniors. Breakthrough developments are rapidly taking shape, and one company in particular has secured patented technologies that could save millions of lives. This is an early stage investment opportunity that could yield fortunes, not just for investors, but for families all across the world looking for precise treatment technology. Learn more about this opportunity at crushthestreet.com/3D2017.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into crushthestreet.com. I'm Kenneth Amaduri, and what I have for you today is what we're calling our top medical sector stock here for crushthestreet.com for 2017. And here are the facts. We have 250,000 Americans turning 65 years old each year, and people are living longer, and the longer people live, the more likely they'll develop illnesses that tend to occur in the later years in life, such as cancer and mental illnesses, things that maybe people didn't deal with as much years ago when people weren't living as long. And so the company we are spotlighting today is 3D Signatures, who focuses on precision medicine and has a patented technology that is taking the market by storm. And I have business director on the line with me, Heiner Dreismann, to discuss the opportunity and to educate us on the advancements in the company. And just a little bit on Heiner here. He's the past president and CEO of Roche Molecular Diagnostics, and he's a seasoned executive with more than 24 years experience in the healthcare industry. So he's exactly the person I want to talk to. Heiner, thanks for joining me today.
My pleasure.
Well, the advancements in science are absolutely blowing me away. And even I see toilets now that are returning data instantly in real time, analyzing waste and returning it back to doctors, and people are getting instant feedback on this. So I want to specifically talk about what you guys do, but precision technology, why is it so important for the future? And what is it for everyone who isn't familiar with it?
Precision medicine is the tailored form of diagnostics, meaning you do not make or call a clinical diagnosis just based on statistically average person, but you apply all modern forms of diagnostic technologies to you, the individual patient. So it's important that you know about yourself, what disease you have or might have, or and what stage a disease is, and not just being judged by average knowledge of an average physician about the average population. So it's a smart medicine tool, if you will, right? So you can target your diagnosis, so the meaning the discovery of disease, and your medicine, your treatment of disease, much more according to your individual needs as compared to the past, where this was a general judgment, every 65-year-old should have that and that disease, that and that treatment. And this now is very different. We have precision diagnostic tools, and we have precision therapeutic tools.
Wow. Well, and I know that it's, maybe in the past it was more of a one-size-fits-all, at least from the data that I've seen in terms of diagnosing people. And that's what you're basically saying here. And the company's focus is on mental illnesses and also cancer. I mean, how big of an opportunity is it for a company like 3D Signatures to be able to go in and really revolutionize it and help these areas where people are dying, and it's costing millions and billions of dollars to treat people? I mean, where's the opportunity here to really benefit the market?
where the real opportunity is, as you said, that 3D signatures is in the cancer area, which is the area of medicine these days where most of the research and treatment dollars go into. And then they have an Alzheimer's disease test. The area of neurological diseases is thought to be 5 to 10 times larger than the cancer field today. This is certainly an area of the future, and these are huge opportunities, huge market opportunities, and those pharmaceutical companies which develop new therapeutics for these diseases, for cancer, say prostate cancer or for Alzheimer's diseases, they need more and more these precision diagnostic tools, because many drug compounds are not working in, say, 50% of people. They're only working in maybe, say, in 20% of people. And those drug companies will need those precision diagnostic tools to identify those 20% of people in which their compound is actually working. It goes so far that some drug companies now are developing a cancer treatment for 1% of the cancer population. So only 1% of the cancer population would benefit from the treatment. But if you are one of these 1%, you get 100%, almost 100% cure. You get real cancer cure, right? So you need these kind of diagnostic technologies to identify those patients that are eligible for certain, high precision drugs. And 3D signatures has a new technology which is completely unique in the industry because they look at chromosomes and they have, a morphological as well as, a biochemical, information, which makes it a very precise diagnostic information.
Heiner, so you're talking about a technology that helps the people with the illness. You're talking about a technology that's going to help pharmaceutical companies. Who else? Is the insurance companies going to benefit from the technology of 3D signatures as well?
Absolutely. They are, first, of course, patients are the primary reason these companies do this, and 3D Signature wants to help patients. But talking, economics here, the insurance companies are those who are driving these kind of developments because they want to avoid that expensive cancer drugs, and these drugs cost $100,000 and more per year and per patient, will be applied to patients where they do not benefit, right? They're patients that have no benefit from these drugs. So the insurance companies, they are all over, the diagnostic field right now. They want to identify and want to prescribe, some drugs here they would not even reimburse anymore if not a specific diagnostics has been done before to validate the efficacy of a drug treatment. So it's a general trend, and it's enforced by the fact that the regulatory agencies see it the same way. They all want precision medicine to happen because it's such a more cost-effective way to treat diseases. And diagnostic companies will be the big winners of this new trend in healthcare. Currently, the healthcare sector spends approximately 2% of all its expenses in diagnostics, right? 15 to 20% of pharmaceuticals, the rest is hospitals. And if you increase, those 2% diagnostic expenses, say by 50%, by 100%, then you still only have 3 or 4% of the overall healthcare cost. But you, for sure, can save 5 to 10% of your pharmaceutical expenses, and that is a big economic driver.
Sure, and it's a big deal for a company such as yourself. Talking about that, Heiner, what are some of the validations that the company has received regarding the technology and the viability of it in the marketplace?
Well, they are, this is, an extraordinary starting point for a startup company in diagnostics. Why do I say this? Because this technology has been developed in over 20 years of research at academic centers. And our lead scientist, Sabine May, has been doing this for many, many years. So this technology has seen investments of more than $25 million in R&D so far. And here's the important point. More than 120 publications, peer-reviewed publications, are citing or are describing this kind of technology. So this is not a brand new technology for the field. The field has seen validation for many different diseases, actually. There are many cancers and neurological diseases. This has been tried. And it's what we call a platform technology. It's a general technology that can be applied to many applications in the diagnostic field, and that is its particular strengths. Mm-hmm. Now, the validation always will come, in additional clinical trials, and the company, is on the market. It is raising money to do exactly those, additional regulatory clinical trials, which will make the regulatory agencies approve the assays, and then the insurance companies, which is the important part for the economic dimension of the company, pay and reimburse for these assays. So the validation of the general technology has been completed. We know it's working great. Now the validation of each and every product, each individual product, has begun.
Yeah, a lot of forces at play there for the market, and going and discussing that. I mean, this is a website here where we look for opportunities, value, and this is an early stage company. And I know there's a lot of exciting developments to come. What sort of developments do you expect, or can investors expect here as we go into 2017 and 2018 and for the next couple years that you're anticipating?
So the good news, because it is predictable. The good news with these kind of companies is they have launched a portfolio of product development projects. Some further along, some earlier. And these represent very clear-cut milestones, right? So with the product development, you would run, a clinical validation study, and the clinical validation study is a huge milestone, for the company. So let's assume the Alzheimer's or the prostate cancer test will perform well in those clinical trials, and we have all reason to believe, because we did some pre-trials. We have a clear expectation on the outcome and the diagnostic performance, and then you have access to those markets, which is significant. So each and every of these individual projects represent a certain milestone, and we have a pipeline of projects here. So there's a constant flow of additional milestone and value inflection points, I would say. Because each of these new applications will give the company commercial access to different fields of medicine, different fields of diagnostics, which of course is very important.
Well, all cutting edge information there. And Heiner, I do want to thank you for coming on the show with me today and sharing your experience, your expertise, and for many of us, educating us on what the future holds for the medical industry. So again, sir, thank you for coming on the show. I really do appreciate it.
Okay, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.